Hello, traders. It's a beautiful morning here. It's been such a wonderful trading week this week. So much pips in the market. All right. So this morning in GBP USD, I'm potentially looking for sell continuation trade. All right. This is one of the sell patterns that we discuss and we talk about in our sessions, right? Whereby the London session has created a pattern and they have given you one push, right? They have given you one level of drop. So what I'm anticipating the New York market to come and do is to give us the second and the third, potentially the third push before they pull back and give us back, pull back, and then price goes back into the contraction, all right? So this is one of the setup whereby London has created the pattern. They give you one push down. So I'm anticipating New York to come and do things, all right? They will either stop hand back to London high and give you a fresh entry for a sell, or this market is going to continue to sell at the New York market open, all right? So what I'm projecting here, I'm anticipating to get a sell continuation. At least I'm targeting 50 to 60 pips in this market this morning here, all right? So this is a beautiful setup. You can also engage, is one of the setups that we engage in when we're looking for our buy or sell opportunity. So this morning, GBP USD, I'm looking for a potential sell continuation opportunity once the New York market opens and we get our entry candlestick signal for the sell opportunity, all right? Yes, this is what I'm looking at. Let's see, let's observe, and let's see if the market is going to give us at least 50 to 70 pips is what I'm looking for in this sell continuation, all right? Good things always happen to those who wait and who stay patient. When the opportunities present themselves, they strike, all right? If I was up during London hours, I would have engaged this trade opportunity for a sell because the setup is so clear. The candlestick pattern entry signal is so clear, right? But since I was still sleeping and I came to the charts a little bit late, this is what I'm looking at. The setup is already been set up, all right? I'm looking for sell continuations when the New York market opens, all right? I mostly trade during the New York session, and this is what I'm looking out for, a sell continuation because the setup has already been made by London. I'm looking for New York to continue with the setup, and then later on we can get a low of the day buy opportunity. But for this time around, we're looking for only sell setup, right? So class, if you like to engage on this trade, you can go ahead. But if this is not your kind of setup you want to engage, leave it and look for other opportunities which are available in the market. But for me, this is what we're looking at: potential sell continuation setup, GBP USD, right? So all you have to do is to master your levels. Once you understand your levels and you know the flow, where the market is going, you go back to the 15 minutes time frame and look for patterns that are in line with your directional bias. Once you get them, you engage them, all right? You may not be 100% correct all the time, but I always look for these setups. The blue box represents the Asian session, which sets up the high of the day and low of the day. So in this market structure here, the high of the day was already established during Asian session, all right? So when London came in, they remember the high of the day has already been established during the Asian session. So when London came in, price just break out, gave a false breakout, they pulled back, they went into contraction to create a trap, and then they moved price back down, all right? So what I'm looking at for London to come is to continue and complete this pattern After completion of this pattern, they will set the low and then pull back and then go back into contraction. All right. So if you're not interested to take this sell from this point on here, you can wait for them to lock the low of the day. Then you can look back to buy for about 20 pips before the market goes back into a contraction mode, right? That is how the market behaves. The market will always create a high of the day and then will always create a low of the day. The market will either pull back from either side to go back into a contraction to set up for a new trading day, right? So for now, we just have to keep on waiting. Let's be patient until when the New York market has opened, when they have given us a satisfactory reason for us to enter this market, that is when we will engage it for a potential sell continuation. If they don't, then we'll call it a day. But they have to show us what they intend to do, all right? So how this candle is closing and opening will give me a reason to want to engage this market. You see how they're pushing hard up there? If they break above that zone, right, and issue a pin bar at the close of this candle, then definitely I will engage it on the next candle for a sell opportunity. Okay, right, our entry criteria was met and I'm already in this trade, right? And let's see if this continuation is going to go as projected, as anticipated. All right, I've already accepted the risk. We are in this trade. Let's see if we're gonna get the 70 pips this morning. If the market gives us 70, good. If the market gives us 50, that is what we will take, right? So I'm looking for the market to give us the 3 pushes to the low. Then we have our exit. We call it a day. So London has already given us the first push. We're looking for New York to give us the 2 pushes for the low of the day. Then we call it a day. Come back tomorrow again. Look for the same setups. Look for the same opportunities. If and when the market presents them, we'll engage them swiftly and accept the risk and enter the trade. 10% of the time when I came to the charts was just to identify the pattern. I located the pattern. I saw the pattern, right? Once I saw the pattern, I projected and I said, this is what I'm looking for. So I waited patiently, price to come to the levels where I was anticipating for it to come. I waited patiently for my entry signal. It was present. I accepted the risk. I entered the market. That is just 10% of the time, right? 20% of the time is what do you do when everything is set up and ready? You enter the market. You manage the risk, right? That is what I did. Now, 70% of the time, what do I feel when the market is moving slow like this, right? Managing your emotions. You see that pin bar? Middle the closure of that candle, I was in, right? So I'm already in profits. I'm waiting for this candle to continue pushing down. So this is the new 4-hour candle, right? It's actually 9 o'clock in the morning. The new 4-hour candle has opened, and that means a lot. I'm anticipating to see more volume in the market for the equity stock exchange market in the New York market to give us the pushes that we're looking for before we call it a day. All right. So let's see how this volume is coming into our advantage and see if we can get the pips that we want. If I want to come out of this trade, I can comfortably come out because I already have 17 pips booked, right? But because my target is 50, at least 50 pips, if the market gives me 70, that will be pretty good, right? So let's be patient, right? So I'm looking for, London has given, that is one push, a pullback. That is the second push, right? I'm anticipating the third push to that low. Then we call it a day. If the market provides that, that's cool, right? But wherever I get my 70 pips or 50 pips, because that is where I have my take profit as 50 pips, right? I will call it a day. If you're finding value in these videos, in these video tutorials, please consider giving it a like. Please consider a subscription. Comment down below. Tell me what you're learning, right? If these videos are adding value to you, please consider giving it a subscription. Consider turning the notification bell on so that anytime that I upload these videos, you'll be the first people to know a new video is up, all right? And share this video to your friends whom you think may be wanting to benefit from these tutorials. But the most important thing is you gotta go home and do your homework and do your back testing, all right? It's easy to come after the damage has happened and I show you what you're supposed to do, but I'm showing you this in the real market situation. Nobody else does this, right? I'm trading live in the real market situations with you so that anytime you're in my class and I teach you different patterns that you're supposed to look for in the market, you can always have the same experience because you're seeing me trading live and you're seeing everything that is happening in real time, right? That builds your confidence that whenever you see these setups on your charts and they're in line with your directional bias, you can agree to accept the risk, take the trade, and let the market do what it has to do, right? So we're still pushing down. We're still pushing down, right? We're still pushing down. We're almost to my 50 pips. So let's see how far this one is gonna drop. Always remember who you are up against. Once you know who you're up against, you will know what to do in the right way, right? To make money in the right way, right? So act like an investor. You only invest on something which is clear to your conscience, all right? So when I came in the morning, my conscience was clear. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I was not like if. This is what I'm looking for. And should the market give me what I wanted to see, that is, I engage it with a lot of confidence. All right? Well, my position, 50 pips was taken out. And I'm done trading for the day. Right? I'm done trading for the day. Right? So you set up your mind, be specific what you need to look for in that particular market, right? Come in the morning, see whether it's been presented on the charts, and once you see it, you take it one time with no fear, right? So it's another successful day. So this is the pattern that was created. We have one push, right? We have the second push there, right? So at this point in time, the market can start pulling back, and I don't want to be in that position at this point in time. The reason why I'm taking it off with what I already have is because London has already given us London already gave us the first push. New York has given us the second push. At this point in time, yes, the market can continue dropping, all right? But because I'm anticipating to get another pullback before that final push down, I don't know how far that second pullback is going to be, all right? They might pull all the way back up to my entry, all right, before they continue coming back down. So at this point in time, I got my pips. I'm out of the market. Anything that the market does from this point on, I'm not there, right? I'm not there. I'll close my laptop, go do my own other things, come back tomorrow again and look for the same opportunities if they will be available. If not, we set it up again until Tuesday next week when we look at the charts again, right? So it's been a beautiful trading week this week. So many pips. US 30 has given us the pips. NAS 100. I have a review of those videos coming up. How we projected the price, how we waited patiently for those opportunities to come, and and I will show you the result that we have. All right. So please, if you like these videos, comment down below. Give me a subscription. Let this channel grow. Let's reach as many people as we can. All right. Thank you guys. I love you all. And let's do what we need to do to keep getting better.